All right, welcome back everyone to game 3 of Controlled Destruction versus Goopy and Friends. So first game was on Delta Siege Dry, and then from there they played a game on Altered Divide. So Goopy and Friends won DSDR and Control D won Altered. So we're moving on to game 3, which is on Tangerine, which is a map that our boy Goopy and Friends picked. So let's get into the game and let's see how it turns out. All right, we immediately have some pretty interesting differences here, right? John Doe with the C start and no one from Goopy and Friends starting in the C. We've got no one starting back here in this back geo where Maximus spawned. In terms of actual starts, it looks like Zeke is opening arm. Maximus is gonna go core air, so we'll have Shuri's and some other good things to play with. We've got the legendary Goopster with his time-honored core bot lab. Probably gonna see some grunts. Who would have guessed? MDXD with arm and Dietrich with core vehicles. Arm vehicles for MDXD. And coming up top, we've got Jean Doe with the shipyard open, Ambulatory with the vehicle, core vehicle open, Akumu arm bot open, and Sargeras with the core bot open, and Master Bell also with a core bot open. All right, I wonder if he's going to transition into air, or if he's just going to stay core bots just because he wanted to scale, or because he actually wants to play it. And Zeke with a hovercraft platform. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the rarest of all rares, and there's only one thing that can be said in this situation. Let him cook. All right, we will be eagerly watching Zeke's progress as the game goes on with his hovers. Goopy engaging some ticks with his grunts, forcing him back, and it looks like MDXD has some rovers that are trying to fight off grunts that are coming from Sargeras. So these narrow chokes are going to be held, and Akumu looks like he's going to come try to take the reclaim mid, try to take these mexes and pork it. No one from Goopy and Friends is there yet, but it is a slow and steady push forward. All right, John Doe has opened up with a construction ship. Looks like he opened 2 construction ships, taking all of his C-mexes. They don't want to have anything go to waste. And there are a lot of res bots on this side, just eating up everything. Goopy and Friends, oh, Goopy has 1. Oh, there's a few coming out now. Constructors, but, oh wait, no, I take it back. There are literally no res bots over here. So we'll see how much of an advantage that'll be. There's so much reclaim on this map, it's pretty absurd. I think there's normally 9,000 metal and like 650,000 energy. So res bots are strong. Goopy walking up, is he gonna deke on this LLT? Does he say, no thank you sir, I don't want to see your LLT? Oh, the 2-for-1 special gets the LLT and the pounder that was coming in. Akumu gonna pork with some harpoons, get those torpedoes in mid to make sure that Amphib can't go through, and to try to secure his mexes. MDXD notices it and is going to move up and start supporting it. Jean Doe with the herring open wants to get that good vision, that sonar in case there are any scary things coming, and he's going to see the goon. No, the seeker, sorry. Arm ones are seekers. And he has to kind of be thinking, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if he's playing himself or if he's playing them, but goddamn, that man knows what he wants. He wants a sneaky bot lab built by an aircon. Oh no, but Sargeras spots it. He says, yo, why is there an aircon back here building? Man, if he had gone a little bit farther and wasn't in range of this max, he totally would have gotten away with it, like right here. That is hilarious. What a play by Maximus. He was trying to make it happen. It just didn't quite happen for him. All right, and now we're breaking out some crocodiles, but Goopy is knocking on Ambulatory Cortex's front door. He says, open up. Rocket bot delivery, and Ambulatory actually has pounders and a few other things. I feel like you should be able to just come up and kind of push this off. Oh, Maximus had his lab spotted, and Master Bell says, get that cheese out of my side of the map. Master Bell coming up here to sneak rocks from the other side. This is like, yeah, that's a ton of metal. And he's gonna try to come over here and sneak these as well. There's a lot of sneaky aircon play this game I was not expecting. Interesting. All right, so Goofy's gonna get pushed back a little bit by Ambulatory. His comm's a little low. It's kind of concerning. This is a pure rocket bot here, though. He needs to build up his own rocket bot numbers. Oh, these are Akumu's rocket bots. Sorry, and Ambulatory has some pounders, some incisors, but he's making Wolverines now. This is a pretty narrow choke, so Wolverines and rocket bots are both going to be strong. Uh-oh, Sargeras starting to push forward. This could be concerning, but Diedrich does have enough here probably to deter it. These rocket bots are firing. Pounder comes forward. Gotta keep moving. Oh, Pounder down. Beats the rocket bots, but here come the Janus, and Sargeras goes for the D-gun, but doesn't get close enough and instead eats a set of Janus rockets for his troubles. Ambulatory Cortex goes down. His comm dies. It looks like he did quite a bit of damage to Goopy's army with it, but I don't think it was enough. Goopy's probably happy with that trade. He's rezzing up these bots and he wants to see if he can get to the wreck. I don't think he can, but he might want to push up and D-gun it. Akumu knows there's trouble back in Wonderland and he's coming to eat that. MDXT is trying to push up, but I think it's going to be pretty hard for him to break through all of these. He can at least secure it with his own torpedo launchers, but the gauntlet. Actually, this is an agitator, the core version, but still awesome. And whoa, John Doe with the amphib transition. I actually really like this. We've got 3 salamanders and they could do quite a bit of damage depending. These hovers have no way to hit amphibious units, but I think he must spot them, right? I think he saw yellow and he's moving over. Yep, so he sees them now. Torpedo launchers. Is he gonna lose the Sala to the Torps? It looks like he might lose this close one, but the other one, oh, with the last shot, Zeke is able to get it. These 2 salamanders coming in are gonna do a lot of work though. Master Bell ran mid and tried to take Goopy. He doesn't get the kill, but he does trade his comm for the army. Goopy's gonna come in, but Akumu is starting to move up. Uh-oh, and Master Bell has Shuris. Where's the air? Oh, and here come the Salas. These hovers are gonna swerve back to try to do things, but those Shuris have more or less secured mid. Let's see what these salamanders can do. Sala's pushing in. They're doing a lot of work. Unfortunately, despite the fact that one Sala's 350 and a Crocodile's 270, so they're relatively close in cost, they are not close in their combat capabilities. Salamanders do a lot more damage and have relatively equal health. Is he gonna get these converters? Oh no, Zeke's base. Oh, and the build power. Oh, John Doe is putting in work with these 2 salamanders, able to get multiple mexes, a lot of the E, and the build power. He loses the salamanders, but Maximus is gonna have to swing back over and help. And it looks like there's a whole nother set that John Doe could try to sneak in. Zeke knows that though, and after the first set ran by, he might try to pork that side. Akumu, with all the dead comms and everything else that came here, and with Goopy losing so much, is just going to start shoving down this lane on right. And Goopy with his low comm is going to walk around. All right, Maximus is eating his T1 air lab. What is he going to do with it? He's gonna do something with it. We'll see. Still pushing mid, and it looks like this eastern front is still incredibly active, and the western front is just kind of a chill zone. You know, they've got a gauntlet. It's doing damage, but there's not a lot of pushing going from either side. Unfortunately, Master Bell has not been challenged very much at all. He's got some AA down, and he is T2. It is time to start upgrading mexes. Maximus did go T2, but he's going air T2. 500E. His team's overflowing into him, so he's able to make it work, but it's going to be rough when he starts dropping T2 aircons. They require a lot of metal, and it looks like Akumu's trying to break in through the front. He has this pretty scary rocket bot Wolverine combination that against pure rocket bot I'm sure is a little scary for Goopy to really push into. Did his comm make it back? His comm finally circles, emerges from the water, and says, "Hey guys, I'm here." And Maximus has air superiority. I'm a little curious why he didn't go Shuri or why he didn't try to bomb. There were almost no fighters, but sort of missed his opportunity. Akumu's getting pushed back a bit now by these rocket bots. He's dropping more and pushing forward, and the Wolverines are saying, "You need to leave our territory or you will die." There are now 10 of them. Uh-oh, but we got Janus's, and Akumu, although accidentally, just did a sweet blueprint block of 2 Janus rockets, so good work to him. Ambulatory gives Akumu all of his vehicles and says, "Sir, please micro these for me while I scale and do other things." But it makes sense, they want to try to coordinate attacks. Did those salamanders make it through? The salamanders did not. Where are those salamanders? Oh, so it looks like the salamanders went there, came back, and John Doe is going to eat his amphibious lab, and it looks like he's going back to ships, which makes sense. He could definitely harass this left coast with destroyers or something similar. MDXD. Oh, frigate and herring is on the side to start pushing back, and this is 4K metal worth of units pushing down here against 2100 metal worth of units, and it's a little concerning. All these ranged units can't stop and fight against this many Wolverines. Oh, but Zeke wants his revenge. He comes in, and the crocodiles, does he get this lab? Lab? Yes. All right. So Zeke says, "You took my base, I'll take yours." So he gets John Doe's lab, and he's able to snipe a little bit of E production. He's going to keep moving. I don't know if he has vision of... All right, so he sees these. There's no radar in the top right, so he won't be able to see the other ones, but it looks like he's going to be able to do a pretty sweet run by here, and he's crushing a ton of this energy production. So although maybe not 100% worth it, actually it probably was. I think it might have been a very good trade. If he finds the E production in the top left, it's even better, but it doesn't look like he will, so he's going to try to run to the mainland. I don't think he'll make it. I think the frigate is going to be able to run him down. Ripsaw is pretty strong, and this goopy MDXD lane is starting to fall. MDXD about to lose his comm. He drops it. I think he maybe could have cloaked and run forward to get more of that army, but at least he takes the fiends that we're pushing. But this is starting to get a little bit scarier. Although Akuma needs to be up here repairing. Oh, he's eating the reclaim and then he'll repair. All right. So we've got the T2 con out, and he's up in his own mexes. Then hopefully he can up his allies' mexes. And in terms of red team, Master Bell has all of his mexes up. He's taking the AGO, and he's handed out some T2. It looks like people are upgrading their own T2 mexes as well. Master Bell is going to be huge. You have to kind of worry about what the economic situation looks like. And ooh, controlled destruction at 64K, Goopy and Friends at 41. That is a pretty terrifying difference. Despite that, there's only an 8% army difference between these two, so they're holding their own, but you have to wonder what happens when all those resources and all that eco comes online and they're able to just outproduce their opponents. But Goopy and Friends channeling the power of friendship. Let's see if they can make it work. Channeling the power of friendship through very angry insects. And oh, he's going for the comm snipe. Where are your fighters, sir? Wait, Master Bell has fighters. Wasp are kind of tanky, but I feel like those fighters just kill him. Coming in. You got a cloak, Akumu. Oh, I like this play from Maximus. If he can snipe it, Akumu stop. But the AoE is still hitting. Oh, and the fighters from Master Bell are here. He's running. Does he lose all these wasps? There are 4. He loses 1. He loses 2, but his fighters are coming now. And he has more than enough fighter. He has air superiority. The wasps are coming back to finish the job. They say, Akumu, you will not escape. And Maximus with the shot. Does he get it? Does he get it? Yes. Ooh. All right, so now there's 2 comm wrecks in mid, just waiting to get eaten, but unfortunately the T2, I think there's a Twitcher here, isn't there? Yeah. So Master Bell gave a Twitcher, and now there are fiends pouring into this gap, and it's going to be really hard for those rocket bots to withstand it. Zeke is still fighting with Jean Doe, and we are still seeing some uncapped mexes, but you know, it happens to the best of us. Ton of wreckage over from this hover raid that Jean Doe might want to grab some res subs. Oh, he has some res subs. He needs to go and grab everything he can. Actually, wait, those are wrecks. That is a res sub. Okay, cool. So he is resing. Fiend still pushing in at the door, but if we look in the top right, it's a pretty bleak economic picture. All right, and he's pushing. The one great side here is, though, Dietrich appears to be pushing Sargeras. Is this a gauntlet creep? Oh, I love it. Gauntlet creep with pure arty. But Sargeras says, don't even try it. I am stopping all of your aggression with D-guns. These pounders are going nowhere. Jean Doe bringing in the salamanders to see what he can do, but Goopy and friends held this push. They're starting to push back. There's a ton of reclaim, and Goopy is here slurping it all up, although so is Akumu, who's going to get most of this reclaim. Goopy has massive E issues. What is going on, sir? Looks like Goopy wasn't able to scale very much. He's just been fighting with T1 like a champion. Goopy got a ton of reclaim here, which is nice, but oh no. That's a lot of frigates. There's hovers, there's salamanders. Jean Doe is pouring on the aggression, but Master Bell has decided it's time to stop playing fair. Let's break out Shuri's. Whoa. And looks like he tried to sneak a wasp in. It wasn't caught though, but Master Bell's pumping Shuri's, and Maximus lost a lot of fighters. If he doesn't have air superiority, he's definitely going to open his team up to getting bombed or getting shuried, which is concerning. Goopy running back his comm. He needs to not lose this comm. If he does, it's going to be really scary to try to hold this side, but with Jean Doe there's very little he's going to be able to do. It looks like Master Bell does have bombers. We'll see how that run happens when he decides to pull the trigger. Goopy pulling back his comm and still boosting. Jean Doe pulls back. There's another hover raid, but he has a surplus of frigates and units. 4K versus 3K worth of metal, and those hovers pay a pretty large tax for their amphibious capabilities. I don't know if he's going to be able to do too much. He wants to try to fight, but he's going in for a little bit more. Maximus sharing some mexas as he upgrades for his team, and Master Bell starting to bring the Air Force over. Here come the Shuris. They're not even needed for that side, but Goopy has pushed back with the legendary rocket bot grunt Goopy push. Sargeras has reclaimed mid. It looks like they were able to take out all the torp launchers here and is trying to push forward to hold it. Oh, that is 16 whirlwinds, and I am concerned. Maximus, my good sir, we need more fighters. Oh, he's starting to make fighters now. All right, Nighthawks. We got some T2s coming out. But unfortunately, so does Master Bell, and that's going to be a very scary exchange. And now Master Bell just has all those Shuris helping guard the water. Although, to be fair, he can make the AA hovers, whatever the heck they're called, sweepers, and help cover those. Sargeras pushing with fiends, and the gauntlet creep was shut down by a persecutor. Checks out. So Goopy and friends are 100% on the back foot. This is looking a little scary for them, unfortunately. And Jean Doe pushing forward. There is some naval pork here, but it looks like he might just be strong enough to just straight shove through it. I don't think these things are going to survive it. He's doing some light kiting with them, but there is not enough to survive here. He's going to clear the sea, and Zeke is going to try to go, but unfortunately, I think Jean Doe is here, and oh, Goopy and friends tap out as 30 bombers or something came running through to just ruin everything. So well played, controlled destruction. It looks like Master Bell decided he wasn't going to be with all these plebeians down here. He was going to the moon. going to the moon. And yeah, that economic difference is pretty brutal for Goopy and friends. So for the first time in this series, Controlled Destruction is able to take the lead, and it is now 2-1. So pretty exciting. We're gonna have to see what happens in the next game. But thank you for watching, and game 4 is coming right up.